Okay, Chronicles Medieval. I don't know what this is. Let's dive into this one. Oops, skipped ahead a little bit. There we go.
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands.
I'm fucking with this right
But
now. This
ambitious
vibe's the
men
shit.
Do not listen. I sought no war. But war found me.
Please don't be an RTS. Oh, please, God, don't be an RTS.
I became like them. I took up the sword. Prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death.
It's definitely not RTS. Oh,
But
maybe
that's
kind
just
of.
my story.
Hold on. I should have just played the trailer out instead of stopping it. That was fucking stupid to me. I apologize. It says men at arms are down here with the health bar. So I don't know what that means. Maybe it is just a third-person hack and slash type of game. Well, no, because you have your own health bar right here. Weird.
Go write your own.
Damn, it looks good though. Okay. Early access. Yikes. All right, let's go to the Steam page for this and see what it is. I'm very curious in this. I love this sort of history stuff. I think this stuff is really cool. I would not play an RTS, but if it's like a third-person action game, I'd be all about it. We just didn't really get much in the trailer, but it does, like from this camera angle, it almost looks like you just control the one character. But you have your armies with you. So I don't know if it's going for like a Dynasty Warriors type of thing, or if it's going for an RTS type of thing, but this is clearly third person. And then if you look down here at the bottom, it's got a shield indicator, so like, you know, your shield durability and stamina. So seems like kind of action, character action almost. It's really interesting. I wonder how they're doing this. Let me look at the Steam page. Lets you step into a vast, dynamic medieval sandbox. Create your character and forge your path from rags to riches. Engage in intense combat, fight for land, glory, and legacy, and lead massive armies into epic, large-scale battles. So it's a sandbox. Still doesn't really tell me anything. Begin at the bottom, armed with nothing but grit and will. Earn your name in skirmishes, field battles, and sieges, where every fight is a step towards more power. Build your castles, then hold them against those who would tear them down. So this is really, really... You know what this reminds me of a lot? It reminds me of Mountain Blade. Just a modern version of Mountain Blade. But it's releasing in early access. I don't really like that very much. Huh. A lot of cinematic shit going on here, so I really don't know what to expect. The developers describe the content, the mature content, consists of realistic looking depictions of physical conflicts, weapons, and depictions of human death. Welcome to medieval Europe. It really doesn't say what they're going for here. Because it sounds very similar to a lot of things, like kind of like Kingdom Come Deliverance almost a little bit if you're kind of building your character from the ground up, but that is also done in Mountain Blade. Very interesting. I think I need to see more on this before I'm really super interested in it, but I do think that it's got potential. You know, the problem with Mountain Blade is it's very rough around the edges. So if they can make a really polished version of that, it's got big potential, but again, it really depends on what this is. Unfortunately, it's cool to get an official announcement. for a game like this, but I just don't know what I'm getting. Don't know what I'm getting here. What the hell? I just don't know what I'm getting here, which is kind of unfortunate. Oh wait, there's a dev diary? Hold on, maybe this will be interesting. Maybe this will tell us a little bit more.
History books are cool, but what if you could live it? Not just following a script, actually forge your own medieval chronicle. At Raw Power Games, we're not just making another medieval sandbox.
Whoa. This is definitely Mountain Blade. This is 1000% Mountain Blade. What's up, Shinichi? How's it going, man? This is massively like Mountain Blade if you're on horseback here. Left click to attack. Yeah. This is like potentially a really refined Mountain Blade. That's pretty cool.
We're creating something deeper, something unpredictable, and most importantly, yours. In this video, we'll give you a closer look into what we're cooking. From systems to swords, castles to communities.
This is exactly what I wanted, by the way. I know we're kind of going down a rabbit hole here, but yeah, I want to see what this game actually is.
This Chronicles Medieval.
When I think about the tone of the game, of course we wanted to highlight brutal and rough nature of medieval life and warfare.
I mean, this shit looks cool, but it's just cinematic stuff. You know what I mean?
But we also wanted to not shy away from the visual variety involved in the world. So a variety of colors and styles, quite a vivid world that these people inhabited. Modern media tends to kind of fixate a lot on the dull and gray kind of aspects, but I think medieval life was actually quite colorful.
I don't know if that's true, but I respect what he's saying. What's going on? I don't know what that flag is, man, but welcome in.
We would like to create a world that can...
I'm very illiterate in that manner, unfortunately, but I'm glad you're here, man.
Spark curiosity. So we decided to add enigmatic layers on the settlement, which hopefully can intrigue the players and motivate them to explore the whole world. Chronicles Medieval is kind of like my dream project. I feel super lucky to be able to work.
It's really pretty, but...
I feel
this is really pretty, but I mean, these shadows are going to absolutely kill your GPU. Or your GPU. You're going to need a boss of a computer to make it look that good. And it's not even final gameplay quality.
Super lucky to be able to work with a team who is so talented and experienced and also love medieval history and games like me. I am sure that when the game is finally finished, I myself will spend hundreds of hours playing that.
A great deal of research went into Chronicles Medieval, and I really think what put together the believability of the history was all of the kind of little nuances of characters. So how armor is forged, how it's put together. For clothing and fashion, it would be how things are hemmed and kind of seam patterns, and or the concept team put a lot of research into fashion and how that evolved over.
I respect the hell out of that, dude. Saying true to the fashion, but can we let's come on now, let's get on to what the game is actually like.
The time period we're focusing on, one of the most exciting parts was kind of seeing our characters come to life so that then they can start killing each other.
Here we go, this is what we're looking for, boy.
To make the combat feel authentic is challenging, but we have sources, and when we understand the concepts behind all the historical martial arts, then we can have at least a really nice and historical accurate visuality.
Imagination has been my best friend as a combat designer. But here, that's not the case. We have to think about, is it believable? And if it's a yes, we have a solid answer. If it's a no, another round of iterations. Realism doesn't mean it's not fun. While realism is really important for a game, we're not making a simulator, for sure. That means that we do get the freedom to design, let's say, artificial systems to make it even better. We heavily rely on Bjorn's mocapping to add realism.
And everything is nice and enjoyable for the player, also plausible enough for all the historians.
What we're aiming for is to make you feel the brutality, the urgency, and the weight of your decisions. It's a game about killing someone, right? Any combat situation, whether you are in a battlefield or in a duel, you're trying to kill someone or disable someone right now. So we want you to remember that you are not a hero here. You don't have magical abilities that can slaughter multiple people and just change the tide of battle. You are a human being, you are fighting against another human being who's trying to kill you, and you are trying to survive and kill the opponent or multiple opponents around you. So it all boils down to making the right choices in a short amount of time. Every single choice you make could either reward you or punish you.
Do you have the right armor with you, the right weapons? So all the decisions you make, the preparation, and also within the battle. When you're on a duel also, everything counts. Every single attack, every single block will keep you alive or will kill you.
That's great. I mean, I think this has got really good potential. I think they have a long way to go with the combat. The little bit of combat that they actually showed in there, they have a long ways to go if they're talking about wanting it to feel impactful.
Just tried to kill you.
If you look at like anytime that like this type of like, if you look at like the way that he swings this, it doesn't seem like he'd kill 3 people with it. You know what I'm saying? I think they have a little bit of work to do. I mean, obviously it's not even out yet and they're going to release an early access. So I think the combat needs some refinement. Definitely before launch, before early access or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But it's got great potential. I don't know if this is PC only or it's coming to consoles or what. It doesn't really say. But I mean, yeah, a lot of potential here. I mean, I don't hate what I'm seeing at all. I mean, that looks cheap, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that looks like... I'm being very critical of a game in a very early state here. I understand that, but... I mean, that wouldn't kill anybody. He hit the shield, but... I'm being way too nitpicky.
Multiple people, and
I think this game has really good potential.
Right armor.
I don't know. Maybe we'll watch it.
If you were to ask me what I like the most about being an engineer working on Chronicles Medieval, it would be that we very early on made a decision to make all the systems that make up the gameplay and the decision.
Oh, look at this guy's screen. See, again, it's got aim, attack, target lock. So this is definitely like third person. It just very, very definitely Mountain Blade. Definitely screaming Mountain Blade. But if it's a flashy, clean version of Mountain Blade, that would be really cool. And you got this shit going on over here. I'm really interested in this guy's monitor because he's like, what the hell is going on? This guy is screwed in this little encounter.
We very early on made a decision to make all the systems.
Hey, look at this. Look at this guy's monitor. This is like this map tournament grounds. So this is like they have these combat zones in Mountain Blade that are very similar to that. So obviously very rough here. But this guy's screen's got some weird shit going on.
That make up the gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, this is so early. I can't judge it because it's so early, but this looks wild over here.
And the decision-making systems be part of one whole framework. Today, that allows us to be very reasonable about how we approach performance issues, but also how we approach gameplay's interconnectivity. Because the gameplay interconnectivity is really what drives the game and makes it very dynamic for players when they play it.
Chronicles Medieval is a hugely ambitious game. There's a lot of stuff that the player can interact with. Big character gallery of NPCs make meaningful decisions. Our battles are truly grand. So we put the battles into 3 layers. Combat layer, fighting one-on-one. Captain layer, where you command units in your immediate vicinity. Kind of the Braveheart fantasy that we're trying to get to here. And then we have the tactical layer. We call it the general's layer, something that the player will engage with during the pre-battle planning phase. In Chronicles, we really want the player to be able to express himself and do whatever they feel like.
If you want to be someone, if you want to chase something, you could. And we want to, as developers, give you the opportunity to do so. So after you create the character that you want to play as, you're being welcomed into an exploration map that covers a big part of medieval Europe. where you are welcome to freely roam and do essentially what you want. You can go and visit settlements, you can go and visit castles, you can attack caravans, you can chase bandits, you can perform quests. You can also hire companions and have some adventures with them. You can participate in small or big battles. We take you from the top-down view of exploration map and throw you into TPP, where you can feel and see your character and actually be a participant of all the events that are there. So it also feels more immersive, and you can see and experience the amazing world that our artists also built. The part of you being there is an important pillar of what we try to achieve.
Less management, more immersion.
There are multiple different systems that allow players to shape their journey and to also shape the world around them. We also have the entire economy that basically runs underneath the hood and drives all of the economic and trade situation in the world that you as a player can also influence. We are really trying to experiment with these systems to create more of a dynamic and real world.
Chronicles Medieval is a game full of opportunities, and we can't wait to see what you'll do with it. History has already been written, but this time, you're holding the pen. Wishlist Chronicles Medieval now on Steam, sign up for our newsletter, and come join our community. Because trust me, we're just getting started.
Damn, that dev diary sold me on this, dude. This looks fucking sick. I am definitely gonna wishlist it. Again, I'm not interested in this in early access. I will wait till 1.0 releases to actually dive into it, but I do want to keep my eye on this going forward. They haven't made anything else. This is their first game. Interesting. This has got massive potential for me. The way that they described, you can basically play in 3 different styles. You can do like a general style where you control like a group, and you have, or not the general, you have like the Braveheart style where you control like a troop and you can kind of order them around. You can go into third person as an individual, or you can take like the general role, or maybe the general role always happens. You got to plan out the battle, then you go into the battle. Fucking cool, man. This looks so sick. I am definitely going to keep my eye on this one going forward. Whew, can't wait to see more from that. That is for goddamn sure. That looks fucking awesome. Tits McGits.